Welcome back. This is M-Dog. Whoa. And just here to report on, I guess I can say at this point, is a pretty amazing little carp spot. You know, it's funny, we're using the same baits that I haven't fished that much at Amber, but I know in the last couple weeks when I have fished here, these have been amongst the baits to use. But finally, I'm in a spot and in a situation where they're actually working pretty good for me. I'll show you what we've gotten so far. We've been fishing here just over an hour, and I've been pretty impressed. The bite rate feels really good, but that's not because we're catching a great number of fish like total. You can see in our keep net right now we've got 17. So that's not a lot of fish in an hour, obviously. However, quite a few of these fish have been pretty good size, so they take a little while to get in. So that helps you not notice it. And the mornings and the evenings when you expect big fish to come in have not disappointed. I actually just saw someone in chat about an hour ago bring in a super trophy. That's a blue tag. I think it was a common carp. That was Genji. Or Genji? Genji? How do you say Genji's name? I think it's Genji. G-E-N. And I don't know for sure. I didn't ask, like, what spot are you fishing at, what bait you're using, but I'd be willing to bet it's this same spot. I'd be willing to bet. Not 100% sure, but I'd be willing to bet. And this is, of course, 120, 155. Now, I've been out of town, and so some of you may have been maybe already fishing at this spot the last 2 or 3 days, or however long. I don't know. This is certainly a well-known spot. This is another nice common. I didn't realize this was going to be a trophy, but this is one of those weird ones. He swam towards us, and then came in really easy. Goodness, another trophy. That's right. That is not the first trophy here. In fact, that is not the second trophy here. That is the third trophy. So in an hour, we've got 3 trophies. So I shouldn't say an hour. I mean, yeah, within an hour. So 52 minutes, 44 minutes, and less than 1 minute. We've got 3 trophy common carp. So that's pretty insane, right? And if you go by weight, look at this, 18, 17, 14, 12, 11, 9. I mean, when's the last time with only 18 fish that you're over 10 kilo on almost half of them? We're catching some thick carp here, really. So let's talk about the baits. All 3 setups are exactly the same, all right? Except possibly different colored braided line. No, we actually are using this dark color. That's not the braided line I normally use, by the way, color-wise. But in fact, I know it doesn't matter based on what we heard from the developers. But so same setup. So we're going with 2.0 hooks. Some people here are going 4.0. And the bite rate's good enough on 2.0 that I might be willing to try that. You know, normally it's like it kills the bite rate so much to go on these big size hooks with big size baits. But right now the bite rate is sustaining here, which is tremendous. We've got 25 size fresh krill pellets, salmon 20, spicy salmon dip, and then this is the PVA I'm using. I have no idea what other people's PVAs look like right now. I've been using this PVA for a while. It is not a creative PVA. It just makes sense. We crush up some salmon 20 boilies, which is what we're fishing with. We put red krill stuff in there, and we go to town, right? So that's what we're using. This is our setup. And 120, 155 is over here in G3. We're casting a little bit towards the 5 or a little bit to the left of the 5. What direction is that? Just west of south-ish. What else can I tell you? Like I said, all 3 setups are the same. We are using 20-gram bags of PVA. And And, man, it has been some good carp fishing. And I think obviously with trophies like this, the silver is going to be tremendous. But I also think, in fact, let's just go check that because we can come right back. And if we happen to have another fish on, we'll catch that fish and then we'll wrap it up. We'll make it this short and sweet. This is kind of the opposite approach, right? Like, a lot of times to make really good silver, you kind of want to lean into the bite rate. Whatever's going to give you that really high bite rate. Maybe you occasionally catch a trophy or some big ones, but mostly you're just getting the bite rate. Because if you can catch a lot of carp, you're going to make a lot of silver. So sometimes that's smaller boilies or fishing with pellets on classic hair rigs or corn with the pop-up rigs. Smaller hooks like large one hooks typically, because you don't want to use too small hooks because then you get a bunch of garbage fish. But this is the opposite of that. This is big hooks, big bait, boilie wise, and oversized pellets. And it's still going really well. And again, it's been a while since I've had a spotted amber actually be able to sustain a reasonably good bite rate with this size equipment. Bait setup, bait approach, rig setup. So it's been really fun. If without the trophies, 18 fish in an hour, do we have a different opinion on it? Probably, but we've caught the trophies, So, all right, first of all, we have this, which is the perfect size one. So that's 52 silver. We're not going to have anything else there. Let's go check out the silver amount. So 52. So we're at over 800 silver in just over an hour. You're not going to be able to do that every hour and a half. You're not going to get 800 silver in every hour and a half consistently necessarily, because I don't think you're going to have the 3 trophies in an hour happen too often, but it can happen, obviously, and it just seems like this spot is producing really large carp at the moment. It seems like that way from watching what other people are catching in chat, from seeing what people are posting on VK, and then from my own limited experience here, it just seems very healthy. So let's get back over to our rods and just see what's going on. Which, by the way, if you're making a short list of top 10 spots, even top 5 spots, certainly top 10, this spot's on there, right? Top 5, maybe it's debatable. Even if you go back to the beginning of Amber and all the great spots we've had. Wait, is this it? No. It's farther down, but we are close because I can hear the bells ringing. This is on the short list. This 120... 155 has been, oh yeah, you go through the dip up here and then you take a right. This spot has been great. And the nice thing is we are at a 20 clip, right? So we're not at the typical 35 clip or whatever. We're at 25 clip. I will confirm that. I'm pretty sure it's 25. So a little shorter clip than what you might be used to with Amber, which is nice in terms of if you're catching trophies, starting off a little closer to where you're standing, a little better chance of getting them in before you start running the risk of being spooled. So this is going to be another really healthy carp, 15 plus kilos, I think. So if you were going to have a complaint, maybe you might complain that we're catching a pretty high percentage of commons, but that's okay. Obviously the common carp are paying out really well. Pop back, 15 kilo. Very nice. Very nice. And if you look at the weeklies, some huge common carp have been caught this week. Let's see, man, we're almost at 40 kilo. And that's 1820, 2520, 2520, 1820, and 2520. So, should you try 1820? Have even better bite rate? Maybe not quite the same percentage of trophies, but slightly better bite rate and still have the potential of getting the big ones. You could try the red krill instead of the krill, freshwater krill. Maybe, I don't know. But I can't complain. This is working amazing. So, highly recommend this carp spot. If you haven't tried it yet, please do. It's worth it. At least in the limited time I've been here. And it seems like, even though I've been out of town, as when I got back and was looking over VK, it seems like people have been on this spot the last couple days. So, all right, tight lines, everybody. Hope you have the same success or even greater. I will see you next time.